Welcome to the lecture. I am Priyanka Garaj. Today we will see the topic that is data science pipeline. Now let's see that what the data science is. So before starting the data science pipeline, let's understand what the data science is. So data science, it is the combination of various disciplines like statistics, then probabilities, then machine learning algorithms. So they are combining the concepts of the various disciplines to extract some knowledge and insights from the data set. Now the data can be of two types, that is the structured data and the unstructured data. So structured data means whose structure is fixed. Just for an example, that is RDBMS. You all know what is RDBMS is. That is the Relational Database Management System. Now the unstructured data means whose structure is not fixed. Just for an example, the NoSQL type. Uh, Somewhere you will also find that third category of the data, that is the semi-structured data. So the semi-structured data means it is the combination of structured and the unstructured data. Now the flow of the data science pipeline. So whenever you are implementing any project related to the data science, then compulsory you have to follow this flow of the data science pipeline. So the first one is the gathering of the data. It means whatever data you are interested for that what you want to mine. So whatever data in which you are interested for, that you have to gather the data. So you have to gather the data from the various sources and you have to put all that data at one place. So you have to do the data ingestion part, and you will put all the gathered data at one place, so that will become our raw data. Now next step is the step of the data cleaning. So it might be possible that there are some garbage values in the raw data. So we have to remove that garbage values from the raw data. If garbage values are there in the data, then what we are doing, we are inputting some garbage values. So in the output we will get garbage results only. So to get the correct output, it is very necessary that we remove the garbage values from the data. So this is what the data cleaning is. To remove the garbage values from the data, it means to clean the data. Now the next step is the visualization of the data. So after cleaning process, you have to visualize that what type of data is present in your data set. So you have to study that what kind of data is there by visualizing or by using the various graphs. So you can use the histograms and the box plots and all. So over here you have to visualize the data. Now the next come is the modeling part. After visualization, you will gain the knowledge that what type of data is present in your data set. So accordingly you can choose the machine learning algorithm. So over here the modeling data means over here you have to apply the machine learning algorithms. So there are lots of machine learning algorithms. So for your data, which algorithm will suit more? So that you have to decide. So the modeling of the data, it means over here you will apply the machine learning algorithms. Then after applying the machine learning algorithms, you will find some patterns from it, that is interpreting the findings. So you will get the final result, that what you are analyzing for. Now you can see over here, from the interpreting the findings, we have to go back to the raw data. This is what? This is the revisiting the pipeline for fresh data. So what they are telling? They are telling that it might be possible that your data gets updated after some time. So when your data gets updated after some time, then it is very necessary that you do all the processes again. That is the data cleaning, data visualization, modeling, and then again find the findings. So as the data is updating, so to update your results, it is very necessary to follow all these steps again, because when the new data is coming, the updated data is coming, then that updated data might contain some garbage value. So you have to again clean the data. Then again you have to see that what kind of data is there inside, and then again apply the machine learning algorithm and again update your last results. So this is what the data science pipeline is. So let's study this flow of the data science pipeline in detail. So these are the steps included in the data science pipeline, which I have shown you in the diagram. These are the steps only. That is the getting your data, then we have to clean the data, then we will visualize the data, then we apply the model, then interpreting the findings, and last one is revisiting or updating your model. So the first one is getting your data. So a data science can't answer any question without the data. So you have to gather all the available data sets, and which can be from any source, from the internet also, from the external databases also, from the internal databases also. You can also gather the data set by doing a survey, and you can also collect the data from the third parties. So I have said the survey. Survey means what? That you can collect the data by filling just a form. When you are filling up a form and when you are giving some information, so that data can be utilized to perform the analysis part. So over here, what you have to do? You have to convert all this data into some usable format. The data can't be of any type. The type of the data must be fixed, and that type must be of usable format type. So the data that you are gathering, you have to must gather and put all the data at one place, and that format should be either the .csv, or .csv means the comma separated values, JSON file, or the XML file. So the data set that you are gathering, the data you are gathering, so its format must be usable. That is either .csv, JSON, or XML. When you are gathering the data, then it might be possible that some of the data sources are the structured one, and some of the data sources are the unstructured one. So what you have to do? You have to apply some filtering process between the structured and the unstructured data. You have to combine both the data sources to get the final data set. So over here, before converting the data set into the final data set, in between you have to apply some filtering techniques, because the data sources, both the structures are different. The first one is the structured, second one is the unstructured. So you have to apply some filtering techniques, and you have to do you have to make the final data set. Now the question is, where do data comes from? So there are various data sources available. You can collect the data from the social media websites or the applications. You can gather the data from the hospitals, that will be your medical data. You can gather the data from the news. You can gather the data from the e-commerce websites. You can gather the data from the yellow pages, from the stock market exchanges, from the CCTV footages. You can gather the data. So that data will be in the video form. So for that, computer vision techniques will be applied. But over here, we will be talking about the text data only. The data can be in the text, audio, video, or in the image form. But we will be talking here about the text data. So after the data gathering, the second part is the preparing or cleaning your data. Now over here, I'm giving you the example that what kind of data inconsistency will be there in the data set. So you have studied in the Python that when you are taking an input from the user by using the input function, then you are getting the values in terms of string. So you are converting string to integer. So it might be possible that some of the columns in your data set must contain only zeros. So that zeros can be in the integer form, and some zeros are in the string form. So what you have to do? Over here, you have to convert all the zeros either in the integer or all the zeros either in the string. So some zeros are in the integer form, some zeros are in the string form in the same column. So it will not work. So this is what the inconsistency in the data set is called. So this is one of the inconsistency. It might be possible that this type of inconsistency is present in your data set. Now the next one is dealing with the categorical data. Now taking the example on the right hand side corner, you can see that there is one table, and over here there is one column, that is the gender, and you can visualize that in the first row for the male my M is capital, and in the third row for the male M is small. So these two will be taken as the two different values. So what we have to do is we have to repair this value, because these are the misspelled values are there. We know that both are the same, but it will take as the different values because it is the misspelled. And you can also see in my table that there is some question mark is there. So what is this question mark? These are the missing values. I am having one row that is country value is there, gender value is there, but pin code is not present over here in my data set. The value of the pin code is missing. Over here my value of the country is missing. So these are some of the missing values in my data set. So I have to remove all this inconsistency from the data set. So this is what your cleaning of your data is, or you can say the preparing of the data is. So after the cleaning of the data, what you have to do? You have to visualize your data. So what type of data is there in your data set? So for that you can make use of the various charts. For you can make bar charts, box plots, histograms, and you can perform the analysis by using all these graphs. So this is the example of how the histograms looks like. Fourth one is the modeling the data. So in this fourth step, we have to apply the machine learning algorithm. So there are diverse machine learning techniques available. So you have to select that on your data set, which type of machine learning algorithm will be best suited. So there are various machine learning techniques like linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree. So what type of analysis you want to do and what type of data is there in your data set. So based on that, you have to decide the modeling technique. Over here, you have to also identify that when you are training the machine learning models, so you have to evaluate their performance also, that how accurate the model is. So over here, the training of the model and to test the performance of the model, or we can say the evaluation of the performance of the model is there in this fourth step. Fifth step is the interpreting the data. Now interpreting the data is more like communicating your findings to explain to the interested parties. So if you are finding some patterns, or if you are extracting some graphs from the data set, then that must be understandable by the non-technical person, or we can say by the common peoples. If you can't explain your findings to someone, then whatever you have done is of no use. Hence, this step is a very crucial one. So over here, I am taking the example, that is a prediction example. This is the projection of COVID-19 cases. So based on the varying doubling times. So over here, y-axis shows the total number of cases, and in the x-axis, it shows the different days of the different months. So it is starting from 12th May, and the analysis is still August 7 in the x-axis. Now what the black line shows? The black line shows that if the COVID-19 cases are doubling at every 12.3 days rate, then they are predicting that if the COVID-19 cases gets double by 12 days, then till August 6, what will be the total number of cases? The total number of cases will be 8.5 million. And they are telling that if the COVID-19 cases gets double by 9.7 days rate, then till August 5, there will be 34 million total number of cases for the COVID-19. So what they have done? They have done over here the prediction using the data science. So they are predicting something that what the filtration they have used. They have used that is the doubling ratio. So if it gets doubled by 12 days, then the cases will be 8.5 million in future. And if the cases gets doubled by 9 days, then the COVID-19 cases will be 34 million till August 5. So today is the 1st July, and it is showing the prediction of the August. So revisiting your model, that is your sixth step. As your model is in the production, so it becomes important to revisit and update your model periodically, because it might happens that your data set gets updated. So the more data you receive, the more frequent the updates will be. So this is what the revisiting of your data set is. So to get the updated result, you must revisit your model. So we are keeping till here. Thank you all.